Welcome back to Sports Federation TV. Right now we have the fast, so we went through the furious, we went through the good, and now we've got the fast, and it's Alan Barnes from Western Province Athletics. Welcome, Alan. How are you?
Thank you very much, and thanks for inviting me.
Okay, so let's just jump right into it. Cape Town Marathon, what's happening?
Oh, I think, it's an awesome period. I mean, we've just received communication from the IAAF, which is our international body, and they've granted the Sanlam Cape Town Marathon with a gold label status. Now that is huge, because the Sanlam Cape Town Marathon is the only event in Africa that has been awarded that status. So we're the first marathon in Africa that have been afforded us. So you can obviously, understand in terms of the greatness. To the point, that our sponsor, ASICS, generously donated our gold shoes. And that is in recognition of this award. So it is huge, and it gives our sport an enormous boost. And I'll tell you more about that.
I mean, and especially with so many amazing marathons being held in Cape Town, for the Cape Town Marathon to get that kind of prestige.
Absolutely. I mean, I've said on the show before, one of the challenges that we had in South Africa was the fact that if you look at the world, if you look at the other gold label races, the Bostons, the Londons, the New Yorks, if I were to ask you where were the winners coming from, you would undoubtedly, without exception, all the winners come from Africa. And so it has always been an indictment on our sport that, with all our winners coming from Africa, Africa has never had that sort of recognition of such an event. And so for the Sanlam Cape Town Marathon, to be bestowed on that honor is huge.
For Cape Town and South Africa.
For Africa. We must remember the Sanlam Cape, our wording is very clear, this is Africa, this is our race. It is Cape Town, you must run it. And that is the tagline that we have. So it's not only for South Africa, it's not only for Cape Town, it's really an honor for South Africa. Africa is now being placed on the map, and we will now be competing against the likes of the Londons, the New Yorks,
Boston.
The Boston, the Japan, the Tokyo Marathon, and so forth. And rightfully so. The top 100 athletes in road running come from Africa.
So the celebratory gold tackies just was the cherry on the top.
It is really that, but it also challenges us further, because obviously now, our sites, and if I tell you the history of the Cape Town Marathon, the Sanlam Cape Town Marathon has been with us for a long time. However, about 4 years ago, we had the likes of former Springbok captain Francois Pienaar, and 1992 Barcelona silver medalist Ilana Meyer, who are household names. They came and proposed an idea to Western Province Athletics, because the event is owned by Western Province Athletics. And they then came to us and they pitched a thing of how can we reposition this event so that it takes its rightful place on the world stage. And it's through that partnership between Western Province Athletics, between Awesome Running, of which these two persons are members of, between the city of Cape Town, together we sat down and workshopped an idea of how we can do it. And in a short space of 4 years, the Sanlam Cape Town Marathon has been afforded that accolade. And that's huge. It's been hard work. But I think with the right partners, in terms of our sponsors, in terms of Sanlam, in terms of Vital, in terms of ASICS, Coca-Cola, we've now reached this point. But it doesn't stop here.
So Alan, have the registrations closed for the Cape Town Marathon?
No, we've just launched, we open, registrations close about the 20th.
So it will be great now to see how this gold label status would have influenced the amount of registrations you're going to get here.
No, I can tell you that it is a rush. If you've ever seen a Black Friday special, this is a week special. And anybody that's wishing to be part of it, and it is really an event that should be on your bucket list.
In terms of the route, how does it compare to the other marathons that people are maybe more aware of or have run before?
You can't get a better route, because you can't get a better city than Cape Town. I mean, there's nothing, we don't need to, there's nothing really to sell about that. Cape Town is a destination of the world. What we've done is we've taken the route through iconic heritage sites. So you're going through your garden areas, you're going along, I mean, where in the world can you run a marathon with a mountain on the one side and the sea on the other, and you're constantly in view of those two?
I must testify
on
your behalf. Last year, a lot of my friends ran the Cape Town Marathon, and they said it was by far the most beautiful race they've run.
So, I mean, we will extend the invitation out to you, because I mean, there's no point inviting your friend. You need to tell the world about it, and so it is really. So, whilst the event closes on the 20th of August, we would really encourage people to come in early. 3 weeks before the event last year, we had to close because our event, unfortunately, is limited to 10,000 people. And once we've reached that point, we need to close. So I would encourage your viewers, come in early. There are some great prizes to be won. All participants stand the chance of winning a trip to run in the Paris Marathon.
What is the distances that they can run for this particular event?
So it's a weekend of running. So on the Saturday is a fun run. On the Saturday morning there are 2 trail runs, and then on the Sunday is the big event. Okay. On the Sunday you have a 10-kilometer event, and then we have the marathon running on the Sunday itself. But if you go to www.capetownmarathon.com, you'll find all the information relating to this particular event.
Few pictures can compare to that of a runner completing a race, and we've got a beautiful one here. You want to tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, this was the Cape Town Marathon finish, and this is obviously one of the runners, because finishing a marathon in anybody's language is a huge achievement, because we know from a long it takes a huge amount of commitment and training to do that, but it's also camaraderie. And as I said, there is no better place to run a marathon than in Cape Town.
No, absolutely. And next up, we've got another picture. Is that the ladies' winner?
That was the ladies' winner, of 2 years ago. The prize money, and that's the whole thing about the Sanlam Cape Town Marathon. It is really what we've done, because you're a gold label event. We are compelled to bring out a minimum of 5 gold label athletes from around the world, and 5 gold label women. We have a first prize money of 265,000 rand, a total purse of 2.2 million. So what does win on a gold label event? It attracts, the attention of athletes from around the world. So our thing in Western Province, at Western Province Athletics, is that we want to also create an opportunity to put our South African athletes against the best of the world. And so we offer various incentives to our South African athletes, to participate in this particular event, and there are various cash incentives for our athletes. So it's really, what we're doing is we're bringing the best to Cape Town, but it's really about exposing our South African athletes, because that is what we're about.
To the development of the local runners.
Exactly. We cannot continue, forcing or expecting our athletes to leave South Africa in order to excel in terms of their particular sport. We have to create opportunities in Cape Town, in South Africa. So together with Athletics South Africa, the idea is to put up particular races of the caliber that it would attract the best of the world. No. And that's what Cape Town Marathon is about.
Sounds like a solid plan. So tell us about the Run for Change Legacy program.
Yeah, so part of, that is what the marathon is about. Our 10-kilometer race, for argument's sake, is what is called the 10-kilometer peace run. And that's what we stand for in terms of our context, in terms of our country. So the legacy that we would like to leave, or what the marathon would really like to leave around, is that we run for change. And there's various apps for which we, in terms, our event is the only event that is a carbon neutral footprint, meaning that it's eco-friendly. We actually, all the waste that is accumulated after the event, in terms of the water sachets, etc., are all recyclable. And so we commit ourselves in terms of that development. I mean, a huge amount of money that is generated by the event goes back into athletics for the development of it, of athletics. There are two primary recipients of that, and the one being Western Province Athletics Development, and the two being EnduroCAD, which is a entity established by Ilana Meyer, and it's really about developing elite athletes. So we fund those two, we assist in funding those. But we have also 50 charities that participate in this event. And that's part of our Run for Change legacy. So we create an opportunity for various charities across the spectrum to use our event as a platform to fundraise for their worthy causes.
Is there more information about that on your website?
Everything, www.capetownmarathon.com.
So, back to the Cape Town Marathon and your hopes and dreams for that and the numbers. What kind of numbers are you hoping to achieve this year?
23,000.
23,000.
23,000. Last year we had just over 17. Now with the gold, one of the requirements to retain a gold label status, and you must remember as well that a gold label status is awarded annually. It is not a lifetime achievement. So we now need to work extra hard to retain that, because one of the worst things you can do, one of the worst things that we can do is to lose it.
Okay.
So we, together with the City of Cape Town, and they've come on board in a big way, and so because one of the aspects that we need to consider is full road closure for the event. So like you've seen it in the Bostons and the New Yorks and so forth. So it's building on that sort of platform. But we are confident, that we will get it right. And it's an event, and that's the beauty about it. It's an event for everybody.
Okay, Alan. So the next time you're in here, you're in the hot seat, we want to hear that it was over 23,000. And we wish you the best of luck with that.
I'm certain that I will be invited before that, so that I can encourage more and I can give a report to your listeners as to where we're at. But they are serious. I mean, it's an event for everybody. As I said, there's a fun run. There's a 10-kilometer run, there's a full marathon, and it's a time to shine. It's a time to shine for Cape Town. We need to show the world what we are about, and we have that capability. So I have no doubt that we will present an excellent race to the world.
Okay, thank you, Alan. Thank you for being with us, and there you have it. Cape Town Marathon, up and coming. You got to take your family out there, enjoy all the festivities, and after the break, we chat to two people from the SA Junior Fencers who are on their way to the Junior Champs in Bulgaria.